rest of the kidney. What is this structure here? What do you think this is? The renal capsule, exactly. Exactly. Now, if we just look under the scanning objective, we're going to see a lot of these structures here. What is this right here? Yeah, that's a glomerulus. And if you include the capsule that surrounds it, you can see the capsular space here. And what do we call this? Well, we have the glomerulus, and if you include the capsule around it, that's called the Bowman's capsule. What do we call the entire structure now? A renal corpuscle. Okay? So, what part of the kidney are we looking at when we see renal corpuscles? The cortex, yeah. If we go down deeper, look here, no corpuscles, no glomeruli. So this has to be the medulla. Okay, and right around here, now is the inner space between the medulla here and the cortex up here. So this is kind of the interface between the two. So if you see a glomerulus that's situated like this one right here, right next to the medulla, chances are this is a juxtamedullary nephron. Remember, the nephron is the renal corpuscle plus its tubule. So this one right here is going to have a renal tubule that's going to extend deeper into the medullary pyramid. Whereas the ones that are located higher up near the capsule, those are cortical nephrons. Now, here, look at this. Here's a vessel. We're catching it in cross-section. But you don't know how this kidney was cut. We simply didn't catch this particular blood vessel longitudinally. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not catching it lengthwise, we're catching it in cross-section. But the key thing is it sits right here at the interface between the medulla and the cortex. So what type of artery do you think that is? What type of artery runs along the base of the pyramid? Arcuate. So this is going to be an arcuate artery. It's running right between the medulla here and the cortex above. So this is the base of the pyramid right here. And remember, this is a three-dimensional structure. Okay, and this is running along the base of the pyramid. Let's get the feeling that I can see a internal elastic membrane. You know that scalp structure? I don't know if we can, but let's get the feeling that you can almost, yeah, do you see it? Remember that arteries have internal elastic membranes. It's right there. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me some feedback, people. Otherwise I feel alone in this world. Okay. So this is medulla. I bumped it, and I'm off in the medulla again. Oh, here's the cortex. Okay, so we pointed out the cortex and the medulla. We saw an arcuate artery. Now sometimes what we like to do is just look around. Let's put this one right here in the middle. And let's see if we can look at it at a higher power. Okay. Here we're having to catch, we're catching where the DCT here comes into contact with the afferent arteriole. And so these cells right here are going to line up. Now this isn't the best example, but this is a JG apparatus, where these are the cells of the macula densa, and on the other side here, these cells that are clumped together and are aggregated, these are JG cells. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret about the DCT. A lot of times, because the distal convoluted tubule and the proximal convoluted tubule are very tortuous, they're forming curves and turns, that you can't catch them longitudinally because they're constantly turning, twisting. So you're always catching them in cross-section up within the cortex. If you're looking at the DCT is not going to have a brush border. It's going to tend to have a larger lumen, and it's going to have a neater appearance. It's going to stain a little bit differently also. Many times it'll stain a little bit lighter than PCT. Okay, so that might be what the DCT looks like. Now the PCT, the cells are going to look a little taller because they have a brush border, which tends to be very shaggy. Like this. And so, because of the shaggy looking brush border, the lumen is gonna look a little bit smaller. Again, the PCT is gonna stain usually a little bit darker. It depends on the stain. But here, this DCT has a nice large lumen here. And because this is the part of the DCT that's abutting the afferent arteriole, you also see the macular density here, which is nice. Now, this right here, let's look closely. You see there's a layer of simple squamous epithelium right here? That's gonna be your parietal layer of Bowman's capsule. The visceral layer is hugging this ball of capillaries, the glomerulus. So if you see a cell right like that, that's on the outside, that's hugging the external surface of the glomerulus, that's a podocyte. It's a little podocyte. Cute little podocyte. Right on the outside. So, and then, of course, between the visceral layers, so the podocyte is part of the visceral layer, this is part of the parietal layer, this would be the space. This white stuff here is just the space of Bowman's capsule. This is where filtrate accumulates. Okay. Let's just kind of walk around here. Let's just look around. Sometimes it's fun just to look around, see what's going on. You don't always see, by the way, the JG apparatus of any one particular, oh, here's one. You don't always see it though. Now, if we have a real good one, I'll point it out. Here, I'll show you this. Even at lower power, here's the macular dense lining up against the afferent arteriole. First studying the tissue, it's nice just to see what it looks like in general. Now, most of what you're seeing here between the glomeruli, these are mostly PCTs, but you can have some DCTs. Okay. The PCTs here are a little bit darker staining. Oh, by the way, there's a good macular density right there. You see that? Let's bring it up front and center. So, what you're seeing here is this is a cross-section through the DCT, and there's the macular densa cells. And not really well defined here, but that's what that is. And here's the afferent arteriole. We're catching this in cross-section. So there's its lumen, there's your endothelium right there. You don't usually see that well. And then the cells that kind of pile up outside of it, between the lumen and between the macular densa, these are JG cells. So this is kind of a little bit different look. Now, remember that this is a DCT, so it doesn't have a brush border, it's got a fairly wide lumen. Here's a PCT right next to it. The cells look a little taller, they stain a little bit darker, the apical surface is a little bit shaggier, and the lumen is smaller. So most of what you see here, here's a PCT, here's a PCT, what is this right here? DCT. A DCT. DCT. This might be one DCT coming all the way around like this. It simply might be doing this coming in and out of the picture. Because remember, they're very curvilinear. They're looping and tortuous. And so it's hard to get a good look at them longitudinally, coming in and out of the picture here. But this would be a DCT. And then all of these structures here we're catching part of this PCT longitudinally. But again, the lumen is a lot smaller. Part of that is because of that brush border. Okay, let's go low power again. All right, this is very interesting. Now, when you understand the anatomy, okay, what you'll be able to do is take a look at this two-dimensional image and correlate it in your mind with a three-dimensional image. In fact, that's the key in histology. It's taking things in two dimensions and saying, okay, what would they look like in three dimensions? Well, this is a cross-section through an interlobular artery. And coming off of it, branching off it right here, is the afferent arteriole. So coming off this interlobular artery is an afferent arteriole that's delivering blood flow to this glomerulus. See that? Now, oftentimes we don't see this, but the efferent arteriole is going to come right around like this. Don't see much of it. That's what that's trying to do. Okay. Now that, okay. Space. This is renal layer of Lowen's capsule. You don't follow all that?
Yeah.
You know your anatomy. If you know your gross anatomy, it makes this easier. That's why we always have histology after A&P2, because by that time people know their gross anatomy. All right, now look at this. What type of vessel do you think this is? Right here. Anybody? It's look, the way you're gonna know it is it's moving toward the surface. It's moving toward the capsule. But in the meantime, it's giving off a branch. That's interlobular. You can tell because it's giving off a branch, an afferent arteriole, that's feeding this glomerulus. Isn't that sweet? Sometimes you just have to move around. Okay. Now, a lot of what you see here are collecting ducts and segments of the loop epithelium and peritubular capillaries. That's what all this stuff is. But I want to go to a different slide where we see this stuff better. What would you say? Medulla, because you don't see any glomeruli.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the straight structures. You know, some of these structures are very, very straight.
Medulla of the kidney.
This one right here. You see this? These are collecting ducts. And you have a lot of them in the medulla. So when you dissect the kidney today, you may notice that the medulla, the medullary pyramid, has a striated appearance. It's got lots of longitudinal structures passing through it. Those are collecting ducts. Under the microscope, the collecting ducts are very nice in that the simple cuboidal cells, yeah, right there. The simple cuboidal cells are well delineated. You see, that's one cell. You can even make out the margins sometimes. Here's another cell. Here's another cell. So it's very straight, and the cells are well delineated. Okay. Now, here's a structure right next to it that's lined by simple squamous epithelium. Okay. Here's its lumen. I don't see any red blood cells in it, but these are probably squamous cells here. So what would that be? Well, this would be part of the loop epithelium. Remember we said there's the part we're going to focus on is the thin descending limb. It's called thin because it's got a lining of simple squamous epithelium. And then there's the thick ascending limb, which has a cuboidal epithelium. So this is probably part of the thin descending limb, the loop epithelium. Well, because it's lined by simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous, thin. Whereas if the wall was thicker, it wouldn't have a simple squamous. It would be more cuboidal. So that's how I figured that out. See, here's another, look here, right here. This is another simple squamous epithelium right here. Okay, so that's a segment of the loop epithelium. That's how I figured that out. Now here's a structure here that's full of red blood cell ghost. Do you see that? That's got lined by simple squamous epithelium here. But what do you think this is?
Endothelium.
It's got to be part of the peritubular capillaries because it's carrying red blood cells. Okay. So we can look at the structure under the microscope and figure out, well, carrying blood cells, then there's a good chance it's peritubular capillaries or those extensions called vasorecta. If it's lined by simple squamous epithelium, but there are no red blood cells, it's probably part of the leukopentyly. If it's very straight and has the well-delineated simple cuboidal epithelium, probably collecting ducts. All right? So you see how we're figuring everything out? Now, let's follow this structure down here a little bit. Let's keep going down. Going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're coming down. Coming down. Whoa! We're all the way down. What the heck, folks? What the heck is this structure here? Everything is leading to this. What is this structure here? Who said that? Very good. So that's the renal papilla. This is kind of the point of the pyramid. Now, in these very, very small mammals, we're only looking at a single renal pyramid. They only have one. We are much bigger. In fact, you can't even fit our kidney onto a slide like that. You'd only have to fit a little piece of it. But do you think we have more than one renal pyramid? Yeah, because we're good that way. We're bigger. Okay, but these only have one. So what do you think this structure is here, where I have the tip of the pointer? Well, it's not a sinus. It's a space.
Collecting duct?
But it's not, well, the collecting ducts are up here.
Oh, okay.
The collecting ducts, these are all collecting ducts that are draining into here. The minor calyx. The minor calyx. Now, the collecting system of the kidney is lined by a transitional epithelium. Yeah, I said it. The collecting system of the kidney is lined by a transitional epithelium. And that transitional epithelium begins within the minor calyces and extends to the major calyces, the renal pelvis, the ureters, and the bladder. All of those structures, transitional epithelium. You learned that in AP1, but you may have forgotten. How many people remembered? Raise your hand. All right, good on you. Good. Excellent. See, you didn't remember that, did you? Well, if you take histology, we can go over it again. So transitional is associated with the urinary tract. Okay? If you go to PA school and they study a transitional cell carcinoma, you know, because you know histology, that's coming from the urinary system. Okay? So they'll show you, my grandfather died of transitional cell carcinoma. So when you go to PA school or medical school and they start using these histologic terms, it's derived from this. Okay? It all comes from this. It's a space. It's well, it's not only space, but it's lined by transitional epithelium. There's transitional epithelium there, and it's transitional epithelium right there. So we think of it as a cup-like structure. Okay. And you can see it's a stratified epithelium. We like to think of the superficial cells as being dome-shaped. Sometimes it's more dome-shaped than other times. Yeah, the cells at the surface, okay, these cells here, they don't really flatten out like you have with the stratified squamous epithelium. These would be really flat like this. This was stratified squamous. Remember, transitional is the type of epithelium that, as for instance, this minor calyx fills with filtrate, which now becomes known as urine, as it stretches out, then the number of layers here decreases. So transitional tends to line structures or organs that are dispensable, that can be stretched. What is this, by the way? Look at this. What do you think this stuff is here? You're right there, not perirenal, but perinephric fat. Perinephric fat. Remember I said, okay, in the renal sinus, in that space that's deep to the parenchymal tissue of the liver, of the kidney, that you have different structures, and any gaps are filled in with fat. Well, that's perinephric fat. Where you are. All around. Oh, look at that little island of kidney. I go back up here, I'm going toward the base of the pyramid. If I get high enough, up, I'm in the cortex again. I know that because I can see all those glomeruli. And look here, the capsule got separated again during tissue preparation. Happens a lot.